was the funniest countdown I'd ever seen. I spent 20 years in this factory. Been working there since I was 23. Now the boss says there's no work for me. They offered me a job down in Tennessee. They were cutting it close to the bone. Yeah, they put it on a barge on the Ohio. They floated our tools and jobs down to Mexico. And where I'll find work, nobody knows. Free trade came fast, but the jobs come slow. I went home to my wife and I broke the news. We had to figure out what we were gonna do. 'Cause Jimmy's 7, but Julie's only 2. Do we stay here and struggle, or do we move? We got 15 years on the loan. Yeah, they put it on a barge on the Ohio. They floated our tools and jobs down to Mexico. And where I'll find work, nobody knows. Free trade came fast, but the jobs come slow. I got 20 weeks severance and a great big check, and most of it went to the government. Yeah, we had counselors and job fairs, but nobody went. And dollar by dollar that money got spent. Yeah, we're cutting it close to the bone. Yeah, they put it on a barge on the Ohio. They floated our tools and jobs down to Mexico. And where I'll find work, nobody knows. Free trade came fast, but the jobs come slow. Free trade came fast, but the jobs come slow.
All right. Excellent, my friend.
Thank you.
As some of you are probably aware of, I am Jack from Guitar Showcase in San Jose, California. We'll get the plug-in fast, www.guitarshowcase.com. And of course on Facebook. We'll get the titles in later. This is my good friend Jay Howlett. It's bigger than a pig and smaller than a bull. He says,
Howlett. A squeal.
He's graciously consented to be here for a bit to talk about something near and dear to him, which is Breedlove guitars. He's had over a 20-year history with a close relationship with the family and the company. And when I heard that, as you've seen on our webpage, we recently have brought the line in, and we wanted to get somebody who knew the inside scoop, as it were. And so, Jay, yes, it's right in there.
It's right there.
So, Jay, how did you find Breedlove to begin with? I mean, because they were...
I was just looking for something different. I had retired a Martin that I had for a lot of years, and had a Santa Cruz. Loved it, still on it, but I was looking for something that just felt rich and alive and extremely responsive. And I came across a weird-looking instrument, sort of like that, with this funny headstock back then and that strange little bridge. And I went, how strange. And I picked it up and I went, ooh, how strange. And I bought it. And about a year later, I called them up and said, I want to send you some wood. Would you build me one? And they go, sure, send me the wood. And that began my long career. And I had a guitar made out of quilted mahogany from the tree.
The tree? The one tree?
The tree. And I was playing the Sisters Folk Festival one year, and Steve Henderson said, why are you touring with that guitar? Do you know how much that guitar is worth? And he goes, let me build you something to tour with. And I go, okay. and that began a long career. They've been really supportive, and I've managed to collect a few gems along the way. And they've been kind. Blah Blah Woof Woof, which is my music co-op, record label / band, Domino Club.
Yeah. We
all play Breedloves.
We did a video on our show, Making Music, which is on San Jose Comcast Channel 15 with you guys.
Yeah.
And of course, it was amazing. And all those Breedloves. I could hardly contain myself.
No, you were pretty excited about that. That and the cut capo.
Yes, yes. And maybe we'll get you to do a little bit something like that later. But you said the one tree. Do you have that guitar here?
I do. I have to bend and twist and stuff.
Let me gently put this.
It's somewhere.
Before we put
Actually,
this down,
it's on your side. Oh.
Let's get a quick shot of, this is real Brazilian.
That's nice Brazilian rosewood there.
As you notice from that bit where he played it, it's not just pretty, it sounds really good. And we actually have access to some of this, perhaps, if you have lots of ducats. We'll talk later. But that's a beautiful guitar.
It's an old German spruce top, too.
This
is the one that I wanted to expose as this is the one that they built me 20 years ago. It's got the nice tortoise shell quilted mahogany. It's got a really nice bear claw spruce top, and as you can see, for being a performance guitar for many years, it held up well with age.
You treat your instruments way better than I do. A 20-year-old guitar for me is pretty much scrap.
You can find some big dings in it from microphones and stages and things, but
yeah, it's amazing how many 5-foot stages there are for 6-foot players.
It's true. And they've been really supportive of me. So.
And this is it's kind of a signature body style for Breedlove, is it not?
This is their most popular body style. It's the concert shape. This one has the sharp cutaway. The most popular one has the round cutaway that you have.
Although interestingly, for me, I see way more of the sharp cutaways than the rounded ones. So I guess the better players like that. I said, blah blah Wolflet and etc.
The stranger ones for sure.
Yes.
I just like that. It's really access. I sometimes have multiple capos, so anything that helps me play up above the
12th.
the 12th helps. And it's just something I just like the design of, and I like the way it went with the lightning bolt type bridge. And
now, we were talking a little bit earlier about some of their sonic design issues, and so this bridge does transference of the sound into the top in a slightly different manner.
Yes, it's larger and it's spread out, and it's evolved over the years. The first one I had, this was actually a 2-piece bridge, and it's down to a 1-piece bridge now, but it really transfers the sound well. And they were one of the first makers to actually have no bends in the strings as they go over the nut.
Which is why the wedge-shaped kind of headpiece.
Yeah, so they had this elongated thing, and people were going, God, that's a strange design, but it was really a functional key point of their early designs.
And the other thing that they did, that just when I discovered it only recently, which totally blew me away, and it was one of those aha moments, and you can't see it from this video, but we have a video where we did shoot that on our YouTube channel. Rich calls it the bridge doctor, and I'm sure there's something technical, but there's a peg.
It's a bridge truss system, yes.
There's a peg below the bridge that doesn't go all the way to the back. You see a lot of trusses that go all the way to the back to breast the top and stuff, but this one, the design, as well, you see an old Martin or Gibson where this bridge is tilted and the body's all warped and stuff because of all the pressure. They have a peg that runs from this downward, braces against the back, and allows a lighter bracing on the top.
Much lighter bracing. You get a lot of vibration. And
what was the other thing about the asymmetrical, or were they, the bass side is thinner?
Yeah, the bass side is thinner, the treble side is thicker. It's a graduated top, and it just, again, it brings the top really alive. You've got sustain for days, and they're not known for their great volume, but I've never found that to be an issue, and it's really incredibly well balanced from the highs to lows.
And very open. Could you play a little bit, just a little bit on that?
Sure. Yeah. What do I want to do? Of course, I want to drop D it now, just because.
Because you can.
Because I can.
Just glorious. We are here, by the way, live at Guitar Showcase. We're open for business, so you can hear some other of our fine instruments in the background, but that's okay.
It's a store. We want you to sell stuff.
Well, we do want that. We want you to come down, more importantly, and see some of these fine instruments. We've just got the new Breedlove line in. We are told by several of our vendors we are now the largest acoustic guitar store in California, if not the universe.
I'm believing that. It's really the acoustic. I remember when it was downstairs.
Downstairs in that little dark room.
Yeah.
You know,
this is pretty phenomenal.
So for just a little bit more pluggage, I'm sure you have a website we'd like to direct people to.
Well, we have blahblahwoofwoof.com. That's a great place to look, and you can also find me on Reverb Nation. Just type in Jay Howlett, and that'll tell you where I'm playing and where the boys are playing, and of course there's Facebook and all
that great stuff.
Anti-social media
we are now
crap.
Facebook friends.
Yes, we are.
Okay, and so really quickly, I'd like you to talk a little bit about this.
Yeah, that's a beautiful little instrument. This is one of my favorite combinations of wood that I've ever played or smelled. It's a Port Orford cedar top. It's myrtle back and sides. In California, we call it California Bay Laurel, but in Oregon, it's myrtle. I'm not sure exactly what the politics are there, but
there may be more turtles in Oregon. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This is a thin-bodied auditorium, so it would be, if you were to look at their numbers, it would be an A1, 5, 5 being the round cutaway, 2 being the sharp cutaway. And maple neck, which I've grown really fond of maple necks. I like the mass. But this was a guitar that I acquired inadvertently because I wasn't buying it for myself, but I couldn't let it out of the blah blah woof woof family. So,
gee, how do I get in the family so I can play it? We'll talk about that afterwards.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay. Well, and then you have there's one more over there.
There's a jumbo, and
see how I got the guitar back in my hand?
Yeah, I noticed that. This is a huge body. It's a deep body jumbo. It's got a moonwood spruce top, and again, it's
Did they harvest it at the full moon to get that?
They actually do harvest it at the full moon. It's an ancient tradition that they do because at a certain full moon in winter, the sap is the furthest down in the tree, so the wood is drier to start with.
And they sacrifice a Twinkie and a ho-ho? I don't know.
You know,
I'm making it
they
up,
cut
folks.
it down with a wooden axe, and, you know, elves come and haul it down to the log mill where the steam power actually works to quarter the log.
Okay. Well, I think we've co-opted far more of your time. I know you're busy with your music business and all. I'd like you to play me a little something. We have the Almost a Capo on this.
Almost a capo, yeah. Well, yeah, the jumbos. You know, when you drop D it and you put the capo on it, it sort of changes it.
Yes.
But you got a really rich.
It's what we call a partial capo in the business. So thank you, Jay. I'm going to let you
so
play.
much. There's a traffic jam on Lincoln Street. Everybody's out in the summer heat. The pearl paint reflects all the street lights. It's the way it ought to be on a Friday night. There's one space open because they held his spot, waiting on the legend of the parking lot. He's not a kid now at 55. Can't tell by the car he drives. He seems too old by that old Chevelle. The wife wants it gone, but he'll never sell. He'll pop the hood and show you what he's got, 'cause he's a legend in the parking lot. No, he never gave up on those fast cars. Still lays rubber on the boulevard. It's lessons in the magazine. Car and driver, magazine. Kids all know him and they call him Pop. He's a legend in the parking lot. Yeah, his first wife left him 20 years ago. She was a swimsuit model at the auto show, but he never grew up. She got fat. He never told her he loved her like that. Kids all know him, they call him Pop. He's a legend in the parking lot. No, he never gave up on those fast cars. Still lays rubber on the boulevard. Seen his picture in the magazine. Car and driver, street machines. Kids all know him and they call him Pop. He's a legend in the parking lot. No, he never gave up. No, he never gave up on those fast cars. Still lays rubber on the boulevard. Seen his picture in the magazine. Car and driver, street machines. Kids all know him and they call him Pop. He's a legend in the parking lot. He's a legend.
Very nice. Thank you, Jay. I'm Jack at Guitar Showcase, www.guitarshowcase.com in San Jose. If you're anywhere near, it's worth it to come see. Thank you much.
Thanks.